Just start singing.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the final episode of our sixth season of Xmas Your Enthusiasm. Congratulations, we did it. Well, by that I mean I did it. You guys just kind of sat there and didn't do anything while I dragged y'all through yet another brilliant season. You're welcome very much. Wow. Anyway, today's curb episode we're going to be talking about is Car Periscope from season 8, episode 8. Let's go to IMDb. I don't know. Car Periscope. Larry and Jeff weigh an investment opportunity. Wanda Sykes preempts Larry's training schedule. Okay. I don't remember this being a particularly great episode. I mean, I think it's another one of these things. Larry's like, I'm a great inventor. He keeps trying to hound people. And it's like, everyone's like, dude, shut the fuck up. You own like 100,000 shrimp boats. Just take your fucking, let us have a little bit. Just a little, Larry. But as y'all know, I see the name Wanda Sykes in the episode description, and all I can say is yes, please, and thank you. Finally, I don't remember too much about this other than Janice from The Sopranos is in it. I do remember that. Before we get into it, let's not forget this season has been brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos. Hey, we're sorry about last season. I do want to say something about PANERA. You people know I love PANERA. I've been a brave soldier, part of their PANERA Sip Club. I say brave. It's brilliant. I love this Sip Club. But about a week ago, all of a sudden they have these new or different cups. And I was saying, oh, I guess it's just a temporary, they're out of the regular ones. And these fucking cups are horrific. You cannot get the lid to snap on. You have to wrestle with it, trying to start smoothing it out with your thumb. And then in the end, you're just like, fuck it, because there's people standing there. And you have no idea if this lid is going to work. And, the first I was like, well, all right, this isn't going to fucking last long, And now here we are, like 2 weeks later, I'm like, am I the only one who's bitching about this? It can't be. These things are a fucking nightmare, and I'm not being hyperbolic. That is the right word to use, as was hyperbolic there. These things are fucking terrible. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks. Again, I thought I had a tacit arrangement with people. They bitch and moan about something. I stand behind them. Kind of look confused. I don't know what's happening, whatever. And you take care of the problem, and we all go on with our day. This shit better be temporary. I'm obviously, any threat I'm going to make about resigning from the PANERA Sip Club is obviously a hollow threat. They got me. But this is bullshit. I'm going to give it I'll give it a couple more days, but then it's like, this shit's going to be permanent. I'm going to start looking for people to blame. It is fucking terrible. Let's finish out this quiz we've been doing the last 2 episodes. Here we go. Couple of questions I got from ChatGPT. Okay, again, I haven't looked at these. Let's see, this little section of 5 questions is social rules. Okay. Which unwritten social rule from the show do you think is actually legitimate? Again, you people know I am stringent with extreme prejudice about line justice. This bullshit where there can be any chance of some motherfucker like pretending they don't know what's going on, sidling up beside you, getting ahead of you in some bullshit other line, even though you were there first. That is day 1 of my presidency after I take care of the adults being able to order off the kids menu thing. That line justice, that's my number one thing. It's crazy. It drives me. All right. Second, what Larry rule would you adopt in real life if you could? Oh, you know which one I just thought of? I have no idea what episode it is. I think it's a later one. Maybe during his fatwa thing. No place should be able to serve eggs without toast. That is out of order. That is crazy. I've seen it happen a couple times. You have to ask for toast. Like now, to be honest, I look for it on the menu and make sure it says whether or not it comes with toast, because if my eggs show up without toast, I'm flipping the fucking table over. Even if I got to pay for them, which is bullshit, but I care more about getting the toast with the eggs, so I'm down with Larry on that one. Let's see. What's your personal stance on the gift etiquette debates Larry constantly has? I can't think of any of what they are, but I have a feeling, if I'm being honest, I probably agree with Larry. Uh, I I may regret this. I'm not going to do the research or give a shit the second I'm done talking about it. But I have a feeling I probably agree with him on most gift policies. I can't think of one right now, but uh, let's see. Last one. What social scenario from the show have you actually experienced in real life? The line fucking thing. The where you got to choose a line, and then this line's moving quicker, and then these motherfuckers before you are moving in, or a line that sets you up so these octogenarians can, oh, what is this the line? Any of that. Again, I'm a dead being a dead. I'm not the dead horse. I'm beating the dead horse with the line justice thing. But all right, that's it. Boy, that was tough. It's tough remembering thinking this shit like that right off the bat. Also, this episode debuted or premiered, whatever you want to say, on August 28th, 2011. I don't know why I tell you all that stuff, but hey, let's take a run down memory lane. Let me see what I posted that day on my blog. Oh, this is funny. Am I turning into Norm Peterson? Here's an exchange I had with my roommate tonight. Roommate, what you doing? Me, getting a beer. Just one? At a time. That's pretty good. All right. I don't know if y'all kept up while I was doing the back and forth. Once I established the voice of the roommate, and myself, you should have been able to keep up. So I can't help you from that. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Hurricane, media, blah, blah, blah. I'm the middle child. Where? Ooh. Can we agree it's normal for blah, blah, man to watch a Yogi Bear movie 3 times in one day? Yes. Let me tell you people something. The Yogi Bear movie, the one that came out with Justin Timberlake and Dan Aykroyd, number one, great movie. Hilarious, laugh out loud, and let me in on the mayor. Is his name Ken Daly? Shoot, did I get that right? Got me to watch his show Review, which is incredible. One episode in particular of Review, which you'll know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. If not, go see it. Pancakes, Divorce Pancakes is one of the episodes of television, top 10 episodes of this century so far. And we have Yogi Bear to thank for that. And everybody was hilarious in that. T.J. Miller, before he got canceled, whatever the fuck happened to him. JT was hilarious. Oh, I love that movie. And guess what, girls? I own it. When I say girls in this case, I mean ladies. Normally I wouldn't feel the need to clarify, but since I am talking about a fucking children's cartoon, I feel the need to clarify. I was going to say something smart about ladies, and I own this on Apple and brag, but now I just feel gross. Anyway, here's me shitting on Bush. I don't know, 2011. Blah, 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 something about, all right, not much. All right, I'm winding down. Another post about how much I love the Yogi Berra movie. I was listening to Heard in a Love Song last night, which my band used to rock. Ladies, hit me up in the DMs. Oh, here's the one where I started thinking, does this happen anymore where dude shuffles off, just kind of walks out without saying goodbye, squints through a diner window, drinking black coffee, slipping off onto the next town without ever being tracked down? Like, that's not going to happen again, right? I'm going to the next town. Damn it, your cell phone's blowing up. Boom, she's got your tracker. She knows exactly where you fucking are. How many great songs from back then could not be written today just because of cell phones? We always talk about TV episodes. Cell phones the same way. Nobody's father's walking out the door to get a pack of smokes and then never comes back again. That just doesn't fucking happen. Thank you, Internet. Thanks, Al Gore. Why is it that whole 9 yards shouldn't it be the whole 10 yards? A lot of posts on this day. This was peak Xmas time, I think. Be thankful you guys missed it, along with everybody else on this planet. All right. Anyway, So thanks again, everybody, for joining us all season, which has been brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos. Hey, we're sorry about last season. We're wrapping things up this episode for season 6 of Xmas Your Enthusiasm with Car Periscope. All right, let's get started. Oh, And going in this, Larry has a great record for the season, 55-46. Let's see if he can keep it up this episode and really jump out as we get to the halfway point of the entire series. This will be 6 seasons, and there are only 12, so I'll probably get emotional at the end. Anyway. All right, we open up in New York City, and right off the bat, Larry gets handed a win. Just one of our best axioms. Sometimes it just helps to not be the biggest asshole in the room. He's waving, flagging down a cab, and this woman runs past him. It's called upstreaming or something like that, to try to get the cab in front of him. And I didn't when it opened. I remember what happened. I was like, oh, this lady's gonna go. I'd forgotten she sees him, runs, literally slides past him, looking at him, and sprints ahead of him. I thought it was. I was thinking, no, she probably didn't see him or whatever. That should count twice. That is total. He is 1,000% right to get pissed at her for stealing his cab like that. A lot of bullshit there. I'm upset I can only give 1 point, but hey, 1-0 Larry David. Boy, let me tell you something. If I'd thought about this whole cab thing when answering those questions earlier about agreeing with Larry's soul society shit, this would be near the top of the list. This would be in the top 3 or 5, the whole taxi thing. Ugh. All right, Jeff's making fun of Larry for claiming to be an inventor, and I kind of shit on Larry earlier, too, and they're going back and forth a little bit. But, boy, I got to give Larry a point here because his invention was skis that screw together like a pool cue. You can take it apart. That, to me, sounds like a great idea. I mean, I'm a dummy. I've never gone skiing in my life and never will, but are we supposed to laugh at that? Are we supposed to turn our noses up that? That sounds good to me. Larry, here's some money. I'll invest in that. 2-0 Larry David. Man. Oh, wait. I think I got a Seinfeld sniff here. Sniff or sniff out or whatever. I just realized him talking about, I'm an inventor. I come up with great ideas. I just don't implement them. But, he still wants credit or count. Didn't Kramer have some bullshit like that about he could do levels and he bet Jerry he could do it, but then in the end he decided not to. Anybody still wanted credit for it? I think there's a little Seinfeld sniffing going on here. Not too crazy, but I smelled it, Larry. I sniffed it out, Larry. Come on now. Okay, now Jeff and Larry, this inventor who was inventing the Car Periscope, and I watched them to invest, and they're whatever. But then Janice from The Sopranos comes in, and the entire joke for the rest of the episode is Larry trusts this guy because his wife is ugly. You can trust a guy with an ugly wife. I'm just saying that's what they come out and say. I'm not touching this for the rest of the episode, but it is what it is. Just letting you know. On top of everything else, it's like I'm providing a public service for you people. Speaking of providing a service, don't forget this season of Xmas Your Enthusiasms was brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos, hey, we're sorry about last season. Actually, the only thing I will say about this whole thing is something I have believed all my life. I love seeing when a really good-looking guy is with a not-so-good-looking lady. I kind of wink at the universe and say, all right, that's one more really good-looking girl out there who's going to have to settle eventually. So, okay, I have to break in. Now Jeff, Larry, and Susie are taking the Car Periscope for a test. Driving through the streets of New York City, and they didn't bring the inventor with them. So how they expected to know how to fucking use this thing, much less in New York City traffic? That I've never noticed that before, but interesting. And by interesting, I probably mean bullshit. All right, Larry gets another easy win. He's playing Scrabble with some asshole old man. I've lost the plot here. And he gets yelled at by the guy who used to be the short guy on Murphy Brown, screaming at him because he thinks Larry's taking advantage of him playing Scrabble, and it was a guy before him. I don't know who gives a shit. Larry gets 3-0 just by not being biggest asshole in the room. Wow, he is roaring out 3-0 here this episode. Let's see if he can keep it going. I don't know. Also, it's like, fuck you. Larry should get 2 points because he's basically babysitting your 100-year-old racist father. You should be thanking Larry instead of like, what the hell? Jesus Christ. Larry David, model citizen. What is happening? This one is tough. Now Larry flips it back on him, and he's like, your father's a racist asshole. And the guy's like, Larry, it's dementia. He has no idea. And Larry's like, no, it's buried somewhere. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. Number one, I don't know why Larry needs to bring this up. It's like, just get the fuck out of there. Like, what do you care? Plus, it looks the guy does obviously have dementia. I don't know if that makes you dig up actual feelings, whatever. I can't assume that. I have to give Larry his first loss. It's kind of an unforced error, Larry. You should have just said, you know what, fuck you, and walked away. I mean, again, you were doing this guy a fucking favor. But anyway, still doing good, Larry. Hanging there, 3-1, 3-1, Larry David. Although in the other guy's slight defense, Larry keeps saying it was a one-armed man that was playing him. I think he would have been better off if he just said there was a guy. Like, him saying one-armed man just obviously sounds ridiculous. I understand that if you're, at a police lineup, the more specific, the better. Ooh, which makes me think of Frank Whaley. Have we done that episode? Jack in the Box, whatever it was. Anyway, so the guy has a right to kind of roll his eyes, but again, he's the original asshole in this thing. But anyway, just saying. Oh, and here we go. Just as Archie Bunker might say, ding, 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 bat. Of course, Larry's driving down the street looking through this periscope, and blammo, he sees the one-armed man wandering down the street. Because, of course, as we all know, that the universal law of Curb Your Enthusiasm is that anytime Larry David leaves his house, he must, by law, run into somebody he fucking knows. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. The season's coming to an end. I know you guys are, too. I mean, if you fucking existed anyway. But anyway. Speaking of being emotional, I just realized Wanda's in this episode, but I don't think Leon's shown up in New York yet. Which is a bummer if we don't get the two of them. Are the two of them ever together in the series? Wow, I'm going to have to, I'd say think about that, but you know better than that. Anyway, just saying. Just, as I said, I'm getting emotional about this whole season ending, Another easy win for Larry. This trainer he has, for some reason, calls him up to blow his workout off. He's like, I can't do it. And I guess there's a 24-hour thing or whatever. Larry calls him out on his bullshit, and the guy's like, whatever. And I got to rule with Larry. I mean, rules are rules, as Larry says. That's an easy win for Larry. 4-1. 4-1, Larry David. Okay, now Larry's going the other way with the whole hot wife, not hot wife. He's dumping his financial advisor because he finds out that he's a normal-looking guy. His wife walks in. She's smoking hot. So Larry's like, nope. I can't get on board with that. Plus, I understand the wife is supposed to be smoking hot, and she is, but that haircut, take a look, guys, and hit me back up in the comments that don't exist. That's a weird wicket that they're trying to stick or something throughout this, and it's a tough one. Larry, come on, this is another dumb, unforced error. 4-2, Larry, 4-2, Larry. Don't forget this season has been brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos, hey, we're sorry about last season. 4-2, Larry David. Oh, ding, ding, ding. Of course, now Larry's at a restaurant with everybody, and in walks the guy from Murphy Brown. Sits down, because, of course, he has to run into somebody. I am worn down from this. Oh, my. Okay, is this a record? This is a third in one episode. He's sitting in the park playing Scrabble with this racist. I don't even tell you how it got set up. And here comes Wanda and their trainer. This should count as double, where he just constantly runs into people. This is New York City, Central Park, or I don't know if it's Central Park. So of course you run into the two of the four people you know. That happens all the time in New York City. I can't. Sometimes I just hate how much I fucking love this show. All right, Larry jumps up and confronts the trainer. I guess that's who he dumped Larry for, Wanda, and Larry's like, it's bullshit, and the guy kind of is an asshole about it. Larry gets an easy win. This is just straight up, again, that we are living into society, as George would say, and this guy just, we have rules. 5-2, Larry, looking good, bro. Okay, Larry gets another easy win, and I'm sorry to say it's against Wanda. Again, she's, why did you, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it was his time. You could have arranged something, and I love you, Wanda, I'm sorry. Anyway, 6-2, Larry David. Cruise into the end of this episode, Larry. I like it. So now I guess Larry won some contest against Wanda, so he's all excited, talking to the trainer. He won the time with the trainer. And it's like, why would you trust this fucking trainer again? Just be like, Larry, sell one of your shrimp boats, hire one of the 9,000 trainers, hurling themselves at you. This motherfucker's just going to screw you. I don't understand. Anyway. Just me being emotional because the season's ending. You know how I get. Okay, now Larry, of course, blows the whole deal because he'd rather bring they're at the movies getting popcorn. He'd rather bring his popcorn into the men's room and fat shame Janice than just leave the popcorn with her while he goes to take a whiz and come back and buy what looks like a, I don't know, $3 thing of popcorn. Like, I'm not even going to say anything about your shrimp boats, Larry. Even I can afford a fucking small, it looks like a medium thing of popcorn. And you'd rather just let this deal shutter and insult his wife? And also, like, is Larry David really bringing food into a public toilet to eat? Does that fit his character at all? Larry just totally shits the bed on this one. 6'3", Larry. That was terrible. As Charles Barkley would say, terrible. Maybe my next impression will be of a podcaster who has a fucking audience and gives a shit. How about that? Okay, another maxim of this show that has to happen every episode is the curb as Chekhov's gun. Here at near the end of the episode, of course, Larry's getting upstreamed again. So that's one. And what do you know? It's by the one-armed man from earlier. So once again, the two big things of this ridiculous universe. Larry David can't leave his house without bumping into someone he knows, and the Chekhov's gun thing collide together in an incredibly stupid way. Wonderful. But I do give Larry the point here. I forgot this is he did get, it is bullshit of the guy. I'm sorry you only have one arm, sir, but that does give an excuse to upstream any motherfucker. So Larry gets a win, by not being the biggest asshole in the scene. So wait, does that combine everything? Does that combine all three of our things? And sometimes it helps not to be the biggest asshole in the room. The Chekhov's gun thing, and Larry David can't leave his house without bumping into someone he knows. Is this the first example we've ever had where all three of those collide? The hat trick of Xmas enthusiasm? Wow. 7-3 Larry David. Wow. Wow. Those last three wows were from me, by the way. All right, well, that is it for the episode. That brings our season to an end. As I said, Larry went 7-3 that episode. Not a memorable episode. I usually don't like to critique the show itself, but the whole premise was ridiculous. It was painfully cringe-inducing in a, we're fat-shaming people. I mean, come on. And I don't remember a single funny line. It seemed like a total waste of the brilliant Wanda Sykes, and I hope it gets corrected the next episode we see with Wanda, who we love. So anyway, 7-3 for the episode. Wow, this is good. Takes him up to 62-49 for the season. Way to go, Larry. So that puts him at, overall through the six, since we're at the halfway point. I'm trying to do the math as I'm talking. Beep, boop, boop, boop. David Spade, shout out. Come on the show anytime, David. Wow. 351 and 324. 351 wins, 324 losses at the halfway point of our long journey through the entire catalog of episodes. I feel like he pulled away a little bit in that this season. Score-wise, he really did well. I feel like it kind of ended on a bit of a, again, I don't want to shit on the episode, bit of a thud. I was hoping to have something a little more dramatic here other than just me crying for nothing in front of you people. But I really want to thank everybody for listening. Don't forget, this season of Xmas Enthusiasm was brought to you by Cheetos. Hey, we're sorry about last season. Hey, we'll see you next time for season 7, everybody. Thanks again. Seriously, who the fuck baby is this? Is somebody gonna come get this baby?